You are beaten down because you have never spent enough time with those appreciating you. I'll say it again. You're beaten down because you've never spent enough time with those who are really appreciating you. Wow, that's a mouthful. So we're talking about you being beaten down and how you can learn to appreciate life 200% more on your own. Say what? On my own? Yes, I said on your own. Okay, so do you agree that people are not appreciating you? Or are you the person making excuses for all the other people? Are you the person who can actually say, hey, this is what I want? And if you do say, hey, this is what I want, do people listen to you? Do they hear you? Do they appreciate and respect you enough to indulge you and do the things with you that you want to do? And by the way, the moment I talk about indulging you, that's not really, doesn't really have good sound to it now, does it? This is about something people want to do for you. People want to spend time with you. Just like you are the person who wouldn't even think twice about doing things for other people. But here's the thing. We're talking about you being beaten down. And I don't care if you're a man or a woman right now. But women are more likely to talk to one another. And even then, I can tell you, there is a lot of abuse going on, whether it's physical or only mental, or both. And we are so good at hiding it. Because when we're not hiding it, we have to admit that something is going on. And when we have to admit that something is going on, then we have to take responsibility. We have to reflect and we have to make decisions which are not comfortable. So who are you? Are you the one that's experiencing the golden cage of fear? So what does it look like, that golden cage? Is it amazing? Do you like the golden color? Do you also like that door that's shut and you're trapped and you can't go anywhere? Well, here's the thing. You're an adult. And the good thing is, you can get out of that golden cage of fear. But will it be easy? No. Especially not when you're beaten down. Because when you're beaten down, you offer practically no resistance. Because you don't have the energy to fight anymore. And that's not good. So are you that person who is fed up with fighting? Who's tired? Who could use a break? Who could use a friend? Who's that friend? Is that the one you're spending time with? Is that the person who's appreciating you? Or should you maybe go outside, talk to other people, and see how they respond to you? And, just go do it. Go outside. Humor me for a sec. I mean, if you're used to humoring other people anyway, then do this for me. And just have a random talk with someone, whether it's the waitress or whoever. And then watch, learn, observe. The behavior you were used to at home, is that the same behavior you're experiencing now? Or are there actually people out there who appreciate you, who smile because of what you're saying, who make you smile, who do not feel like you need to tiptoe, that you feel like you have to be on guard? People who actually make you laugh, who make you open up, literally. That's a big difference, right? And I want you to try that. I want you to try and go and do stuff on your own and see what it is what you would like to do. Maybe it's having lunch outside in the sunlight on a terrace. Maybe it's going to a concert. Something you really have wanted to do all your life. And I can tell you, especially when you go to concerts, that's when you may usually get to meet other people, because you have something in common. And just see what happens when you smile to other people. And that's one thing you can do for free. Smile. And just see how other people respond. And just soak that in, all those smiles. And from smiling usually comes talking. And see what happens when you have that good conversation, when you feel appreciated, when you feel like you're worth something. And that's what I meant by saying you're beaten down because you've never spent enough time with those appreciating you. Those who do not appreciate you, they don't care for you. They don't care what you're doing as long as it pleases them. But it's not about what you like to do. It's all about what they want. And if they might be doing something for you, well, just take a look at their faces. And I can tell you, they're not smiling, they're not happy. And if they pretend to be, then at some point, they will get back to you. You remember that one day then when we did this, well, I didn't like it. It was embarrassing. I had such a... There you go. So, let's do that for a sec. This is about you. This is about what you like. This is about what you like in life. This is about getting more out of life. This is about finding out, again, what you appreciated in life. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Back in the days, I used to go to the Academy of Arts. I would record video. I would learn how to do computer graphics, all that stuff. And I'm not that big, but I would go outside with this big tripod, those big cameras. Back in the day, everything was huge. I mean, 3 gigabyte was an entire room. And not this thumb drive that we have nowadays. And, well, at some point, I started working. I forgot all about music. I forgot all about concerts. Hang on. And yeah, you could basically look at my phone, especially when smartphones started to appear. And I actually would choose my phones based on the camera. Hang on, one more time. What you don't know and what I do know, I'm still recovering from COVID, so all symptoms are gone. But I do have some problems every now and then with my throat acting up. You can probably hear it in my voice. So going back to what I love to do. Again, I started leading the adult life. I always was a metalhead. You can tell by the way I dressed. And, well, I'm not going to say I was wearing a suit and all that stuff. I had my own style. But I didn't do the things I loved anymore. I actually got multiple burnouts. And my partner, or both partners I should say, in succession by the way, they didn't love the music I loved. And me being me, I would listen to it when I was on my own, in the car, for instance, but never in the house. And it wasn't until some friends reached out to me and said, could you please pick us up at the airport? And I knew them through music. And then I picked them up. I hang out with them. And I have to admit, their choice of music is not necessarily mine. But boy, did I have a good time. And at some point, they were showing me videos, things they made. And I was like, hey, hang on, I remember that. I used to go to the Hilton and do time lapses myself. So what changed? It took me some time. But I can tell you that now, whenever they come to Europe, I travel with them. Right now, I'm talking to you. I'm recording this video. And people who know me know I like to do little edits of videos. And if you go to my Instagram page, Lady Lexis Life on the Road, you'll see that I just recently recorded some ladies who were right in front of this building. They were from a theater group and they were so confident walking. But I had to rediscover this by hanging out with other people. And because I did, I found what I love to do. And I can tell you, I appreciate life way more than that 200%. I mean, taking consideration as well that I couldn't walk. So I also had to ask people for support. And being able to walk again on 2 feet makes life a lot easier. Not there yet, but getting there. But when it comes to gratitude and being grateful, oh, I know what it is. Every day, again and again. And this is the thing. Sometimes you need to break away from those who mean well. Or at least those you think mean well. And you got to take a hard, good look at what it is you want out of life. And here's the thing. If you have kids, you need to be that role model because you don't want the next generation to grow up like you have done. Because again, if you're watching this, you either are that person who's beaten down or you know someone who's beaten down. And I'm going to ask you to share this video with them. And if you are that person who's beaten down, then find someone who can watch this video with you and you can start talking about it. But the first thing you need to do is choose you. Choose you. And it's hard to do things on your own. That's why we stay with people, because we're used to that comfort zone, which isn't that comfortable at all. Remember? Golden cage. But I know you can do it. I've done it. And I'm not the only one who's done it. So you can do it. So go do it. Go out there. Choose you. Choose to be happy. Choose to embrace life. It's way too short as it is. And there are so many things that are amazing to experience and to witness. So surround yourself with the things you love. And start spending time with those who do appreciate you. You being one of them. If for some reason you don't know what to do, go check out my Instagram pages. See what messages are on there. And, you know, I've got a free course about speaking out. Check it out. And remember, I've got 2 shows. You can be a guest on there. We can do an Instagram live. Or if you want it more privately, we can do one-on-one coaching. Whatever you choose you.